I'm sorry you haven't had a lot of time to learn the combo, but guess what? This is New York City. We've got 250 girls here to audition for 4 spots in our production of Anything Goes at Central Indiana Dinner Rep. And that is because I offer equity membership candidate points. So if we cannot waste any more time, please, I'd love Ms. Spina, Ms. Miller, Ms. Votaw, and Ms. Archbold. Ladies, let's see what you've got. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Okay, class. It's time to gather round on the magic carpet for sing-along time. And I bet we all know this one. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it. Oh my God. How will you ever know if you're happy?
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Hi. You can wave back. I can see you. Hi. My name's Mary, and tonight I am your one-armed woman. This is not a character I made up. It's real. I promise. So a lot of what you're going to see tonight is real. And what happens when I tell people that I actually am missing part of my arm? They want to know what happened, right? So, all right, imagine, if you will, a little girl who just went to bed underneath her strawberry shortcake blanket and her best friend in the world, Curious George, tucked under her arm. She's sleeping peacefully till she hears her mother yelling, "Fire! Fire! Get out of the house as quickly as you can!" She jumps out of bed and she runs over. And as she leaves, she turns back to realize she left her best friend, Curious George, there. She reached back for him, grabbed it, not realizing George was completely engulfed in flames, thereby creating burns all over her arm and amputation. Whose story is that? I don't know. But it is one of the lies that I tell, how I did lose my arm. Okay, here's the real story. I was born without it. The end. There you go. Right? So, actually, the first story, that girl is known as a traumatic amputee, or as I like to say, people who have a kick-butt story to tell. I'm a congenital amputee, and I get the old, had to happen to somebody. That's me. So a lot of what you see tonight is based on real events, like the first tap dance thing. That was real. It actually happened, just like that. Some things, I will admit, are exaggerated for comedic effect, but I guarantee you the things that you think are exaggerated are the ones that are not. I can't thank you enough for coming out and spending your evening with us, and thanks so much for coming. Enjoy the show.
Her legs went all the way to the floor. I mean, the floor was only 24 inches away, but still, they made it. Thanks for coming up to my office, babe.
Oh, it's lovely here. I've always wanted to see what a private dick's office looked like.
Yeah, this is it, all right. If I'm lucky, I'm going to capture the master of disguise.
Oh, that person who's left a trail of bodies in New York, Detroit, and Chicago?
That's the one. It's a $10,000 reward for catching him, too.
Huh.
Well, let's talk about us. See, this is my investigation office, if you know what I mean. It's where I like to get real close to people,
Ooh, not too close, not too close.
Say, babe, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Well, we've been going steady for about 3 months now.
I know, it's been a real kick.
Well, don't you think it's time we got a little physical?
I'd love to, as long as you don't touch me.
I'm starting to think you're hiding something from me.
What would I ever hide from you?
Like I mentioned, I'm a private detective. I notice things. Like the fact that you're wearing long sleeves, despite the fact that it's August. And let's face it, sweetie, you're a sweater. I notice how you reach across your body to pay a toll booth guy with your right hand.
Well, I'm right-handed.
It's more than that. So I did a little research. Like I said, I know when someone's hiding something. I found some interesting things, like this photograph from when you were 4 years old. I assume you remember Tiger Lil?
First costume for my first dance recital.
Yeah, there's something funny about it. You can't see your left hand. Then I noticed this report card from the University of Michigan. You got all A's except for 1 B in technical theater.
I had a little trouble with that class.
Straight A students don't get 1 B.
Well, maybe I was a B student who overachieved.
Not likely. We've been steady for 3 months and you've yet to stand on my right side.
Well, really, I want you to see my better side.
I'll be the judge of what's better. Listen, like I say, I know when someone's hiding something from me, but I've got you all figured out. Yeah, I know what your secret is. You're married. You're married and you don't want me to see your left hand.
I'm not married.
Then what is it? What are you hiding?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? Now, you want to know the truth?
Yes, I want to know the truth.
All right. Tiger Lil, that was the first job I ever pulled. I could have looked like all the other little girls in their sequined ears and little tails, but I wore a long-sleeved black leotard underneath to hide my harness and hook. And the University of Michigan, I aced my technical theater final with the light board, but that stinking professor gave me a B because I didn't leave 2 hands on the board.
Because you didn't want him to see your wedding ring.
I'm not married. Would you try to keep up? Don't you understand? I've been with other fellas before in New York, Detroit, Chicago. And some of them I almost liked. But some of them got close, too close. And I had to do what I had to do to keep my secret. I don't want to be bad, but I do what I have to do.
Listen, you're hiding something. I'm going to find out what it is if I... There it was, staring at me like a snake in a straitjacket.
It's too bad. I could have liked you.
What?
His legs went all the way to the floor, too. Pretty soon, they'd be 6 feet under.
1.01.
Yes!
But that's amazing. If you can do that in competition, we're talking serious medal contender here.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, and you run so symmetrically, too.
Okay.
What sort of prosthesis do you use?
A Pelé.
Oh, that's funny. I've heard of a Dr. Pelé. I thought he only did arms.
He does. I have a prosthetic arm.
Oh. One of these. Listen, kid, I'm sorry. I can't train you. I don't work with your kind.
But you're the head of the U.S. Paralympic team, and I want to be a Paralympian.
Well, everybody wants to be a Paralympian.
Actually, I think everybody would want to be a plain Olympian.
You know, that's what they say about yogurt. It turns out people like the kind with the fruit on the bottom.
What?
One way or another. Listen, you got my job all wrong here, kid. You think I'm some sort of athletic trainer.
Yeah.
Make you go faster, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did you end up here?
I mean, I made it all the way to the Olympic trials, but they said that my arm gave me some sort of unfair technological advantage, as if the other runners are going to go around cutting off their limbs to get the advantage. Okay, they say I'm disabled, so here I am. Make me a Paralympian.
Okay, fine. Well, you're disabled.
Thank you.
But you're not disabled.
Disabled?
Yeah, disabled. A lower left arm, that's not a disability, that's an inconvenience. Okay? I work with people like Jim Schwartz. He does 100-meter hurdles, despite the fact that he lost both legs in a plumbing accident. Or Alice Jackson, who has the U.S. record in the high jump, despite the fact that she lost her entire torso in a sheep attack. Or heroic war veteran Shell-Shock Johnny, who does rhythmic gymnastics despite the fact that he's in traction. Can you top that?
Yeah, I mean, I tried swimming once, right? And I just kept going in a circle.
Listen, I'm not some sort of athletic trainer. I'm a hope broker.
What?
I work with people with money disabilities, the kind people pay to support. You know, legs, nerve disorders, blindness. No one's gonna be inspired by watching a one-armed girl run a 100-meter dash. Unless you tried archery.
Actually, I can't do archery. I can't hold the bow and the arrow at the same time.
Exactly. That makes it a money disability. That's your mountain to climb.
Hey, buddy, that's so not my mountain to climb, all right? Listen, I want to show people that I just excel in athletics. That's what I do. I don't need a Lifetime movie of the week. I don't want people to just cheer for me because I don't want them to feel bad for me.
I don't feel bad for you. But I might if I saw you trying to shoot a bow and arrow.
You're a jerk.
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history.
So, in life, you know, in this crazy journey we call life, we meet all types of people, right? Tall, short, male, female, she-male, everything. And we've kind of, as a society, have agreed in a nice consensus to not point out one another's shortcomings, right? Like you'd never turn to a good friend of yours and be like, whoa, you are so much bigger on the bottom than you are on top. You're like a huge pear. You wouldn't say that to a friend of yours. Somehow I am immune from this societal norm. People feel free to say the craziest things to me about finding out about my arm. They'll be like, oh my God! Okay? Or they could be like, oh my gosh, you are so inspiring. I don't know how you get out of bed in the morning. Or my recent favorite, someone said, you know what you should do? You should go join the freak show on Coney Island. Yeah, that one's true. But those are pretty extreme reactions. But most of the reactions I get fall into 3 different categories. The first category is the starer.
Oh, hey, I was thinking we might go to a Mets game and we could take the 7 train or the Long Island Railroad. and the Long Island Railroad costs more, but
See,
you sure...
now, these people will never ask me about my arm, ever. The second category is the ignorer.
Oh, hi, I was thinking we might go to a Mets game and... Oh, did you break your arm or something?
Oh, no, it's prosthetic.
Well, anyway, we can take the 7 to the Long Island Railroad, and the Long Island Railroad's quicker, but it costs a lot more.
These people will never ask me about my arm again, ever. And then finally, the third one, the questioner.
I was thinking we'd go to a Mets game, and did you break your arm?
Oh, no, it's prosthetic.
No way! Oh my God! Oh wow! Look, how did it happen? Oh, can you claw things? I saw this guy on TV, and he could claw things.
These are the people who used to call me up every time Oprah had a one-armed person on.
He's clawing things!
In case I wasn't sure what it was like, let me listen to them. But now you think with all these crazy reactions, you think, has there ever been like a good reaction? What is the ideal reaction? And there is no ideal reaction. But what happens in these moments is that in my head, I think I've been classified. I am one-armed Mary. And that's how I'll be described. I'd even take short Mary. I'm short, yeah. But I do wonder, what would I be like and described as if I didn't have a built-in character description? But there was one reaction that was kind of, I guess, ideal. I was talking to a fella, and we were sitting at a bar planning our first date, actually, and I decided to come clean, so to speak, and tell him about my arm up front, which, if you knew me, is totally not like me. Which you wouldn't think when I'm doing a whole show about it, but it's true. I normally don't tell people. That's where the master of disguise came in. Anyway, I'm telling him about it, and I just happened to turn to him and say, "Do you notice anything different about me?"
Well, you have larger than usual earlobes?
After an incredibly self-conscious moment, I realized he was kidding. Okay. Nope. Regular earlobes.
What?
Dude.
Oh. Well, your feet are really small. How do you walk?
Size 6. A lot of people are size 6. No, actually, I have a prosthetic arm.
Oh. Okay.
That was it. And you know what was so different and special is he still looked at me. He didn't sneak peeks at my arm. He wasn't doing all that stuff. He still just saw me. And I guess it was pretty good. I married him.
Mardi Gras lights up the city. Winter rain is coming down. Never seen anyone
Wonderful, Billy. That was amazing. An amazing rendition of Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round on your concertina. Rolling Hills Elementary. Everyone, give Billy a big round of applause. And next we have one of our most special students for the Rolling Hills Talent Show, Mary Teresa.
Hi.
Are you going to play the violin for us, Mary Teresa?
No.
Oh. Well, what are you going to do?
I'm going to show you my secret talent.
Oh, well, by all means.
Thank you.
That was very nice, Mary. Maybe next time you can do something just a little more ladylike.
No.
We like to play this because it reminds us of how fun it is to ride the bus to school every day.
You know, between dating and our eventual marriage, Mary and I have been together about 15 years. And ever since the beginning, ever since about a week into our relationship, people have asked me what it's like, you know. And usually that's a very innocent question. If they find out about Mary's arm, they'll say, "Oh, what's that like?" You know. But it does happen, especially for some reason with guys sometimes, that you'll get something a little more like, hey, dude, what's it like? You know? Which drives me crazy because it's a physical attribute, right? Like any other, like a Roman nose, you know? You don't see someone going up to someone and saying, I see you're with the girl with the Roman nose. What's it like? You know? So when I get that style of question, I point out that it's a physical attribute, and I say, well, it's kind of like being with someone with physical attributes. Maybe you should try it sometime. But for the other question, the more innocent one, I usually, and honestly, this is just how I feel about it, I just say I don't see it that way, you know? It isn't that I'm married to a one-armed woman, right? It's that I'm married to a woman who has two arms. It's just that one of those arms is really expensive. Okay? No, I mean really expensive. Okay? And that didn't make sense to me in the beginning because I thought about the law of supply and demand and what could possibly be the demand for lower left arms in the world. But that's not what it is, you know, because it's not the demand for lower left arms, it's the demand for Mary's lower left arm. And the demand for that versus the supply will always be 1 to nothing until we get one made, you know? And so when you go to get a prosthesis, well, first, as you notice, Mary wears nice, you know, a good-looking arm in general. And that's important because we're performers. And if she didn't, she would only get the opportunity to play one-armed people, you know? So it's important to get a good one. So what happens is that every 2 to 3 years, we'll go see this fun little doctor who comes over from France, you know, sets himself up in a really nice hotel suite in Manhattan. It's a fantastic spread. You have to try the eclairs. And we'll wait there for the day, and eventually they'll take a mold of Mary's right arm, and they'll basically turn it inside out, turn it into her left arm, and then she'll sit there in a room where an artist who's been brought over from France paints her right arm onto her left arm. Every freckle, every vein underneath the skin, and if you look at the top of your hand, you've got a lot of different colors in there. They'll test all the different colors, the fingernails, the area around the wrinkles. It all gets painted over. And to give you an idea of what we're talking about, we're leasing a car right now. It's a 2011 Hyundai Elantra. It's a nice new swoopy kind, you know. It's got electronic stability control. It's an IIHS top safety pick. It's got the little Bluetooth in the steering wheel so that I can just say a name and it calls someone. It has XM radio so that it talks to outer space. And when we signed the lease, they showed us the invoice price. It was $1,500 less than one of Mary's arms. So what's it like being married to a one-armed woman? It's expensive. That's what it's like.
Fingers.
Yeah.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay.
Awesome. Dukes of Hazzard.
No, there's a Smurf special on.
We're going to watch the Dukes of Hazzard.
Smurfs.
Hey, guess what? I'm older, and I say what we watch. It's Dukes of Hazzard.
That's not fair.
Well, I'm older, and I get to say what we watch.
Smurfs.
What? Dukes of Hazzard.
Smurfs.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Smurfs.
Try and get it from me.
You kids better be quiet. You're gonna have trouble watching TV from your rooms.
See, listen to
No,
Dad.
No, give it to me. Give it to me. No, I want it. Fine, I got it. I got it.
Ah!
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh! I am so sorry.
It's not like it hurt. But it will once Dad finds out.
What?
Dad!
What?
Don't make me
Dad!
come up there.
No, don't come up. Hey, everything's gonna be fine. Don't you worry about a thing.
I
It's
don't
all
think he's gonna
fine.
miss
Just-
it.
Just
No.
relax. I'm gonna-
Don't put your spit
Don't
on
you
me.
worry. Perfect.
Ah!
There we go.
I don't want your spit.
It's perfect. Ah!
Yes!
Ah!
Yes! You're
Jeez.
so dead. You're so dead. So dead. So dead. So dead.
Here we go. Oh, don't worry. This is going to work, and it's lovely, and you're going to be very happy with it. Okay? So
can't-
we'll just do this.
I can't walk around with a big bow on my hand.
Of course you are. You're a girl. Girls wear bows.
In our hair.
There.
Yes!
That's it. I'm coming in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yes.
No.
I can't
No.
believe you did this over Dukes of Hazzard.
Here.
Ah!
Here, don't worry. Everything's fine. Just get this on before Dad gets in.
I can't walk around with a Michael Jackson glove on all the time.
Of course you can. Yes, you
What's
can.
going on in here?
Mary's showing me the Beat It dance.
You owe me.
And now, the Paralympics. We have one of the finest stories, one of the most inspiring stories from this Paralympics. Young Mary Teresa Archbold, about to take aim on the archery range. We've all been overcome by her courage over the course of the week, and we are ready to watch as she takes aim and what a shot! What an inspiring moment! Truly one of the finest moments of Paralympic history.
And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. And God, well, I got you on the horn. Let me start by saying thank you. Yes, I'm super happy. Thank you for everything, for my family, my life, my health, the blah, 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 you know, all that stuff. But I got to thinking. Oh, I also need to thank you for the hotness of Hugh Jackman. Well done there, my friend. Well done. But just to be a little selfish, and I've been thinking about this prayer for like 30 years. I just sometimes look up to heaven, and I just have to question you. I have to think, God, what were you thinking? You know? Why didn't you make all of me? Why not make all of me? All of me. Why not make all of me? Can't you see? Maybe you can. I'm no good without two arms. You made my legs. I always use them all the time. You made the guys who make my arms. Yep. Sometimes, frankly, I lose them. You're the who turns water into wine. Also well done. Grow a limb. Why are you so lazy? It feels like a trap when people ask me to clap. So why not make all of me? Seriously? Woo! Jesus, we're a little close.
All of you. I did make all of you.
Well, technically,
You just turned the wrong way in gestation. I could have made you a tart or a woman without a heart. Instead, I made all of you. Cheer up, kid. You don't need arms in heaven.
oh, awesome. So, there are other things in my life that are kind of quirky and weird. I've also, outside of people telling me strange things, people watch me do things. Yeah, they like to watch me put my hair up. It's an elastic band. It's got pretty simple science. People like to watch me button my shirts. But the thing, bar none, people like to watch me do the most is tie my shoes. It's true, because you think to yourself, I know some of you are like, wait, how does she do that with one hand? No, I did not wear zips my whole life. I do wear shoes with laces. In fact, I think that the only way I can prove to people that it's not so bad is to make you do it. So I need 2 volunteers. They can be kids. I'm good with kids. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, and I think they're a couple, so there might be a competition. Come on up, come on up. Yeah. Hi, your name is?
Hi, I'm Patty.
Patty, welcome. Patty and Brian, that's great. Come on down. Have a seat. All right, so I assume both of you know how to tie your shoe, right? Good. You've both used both hands to do it your whole life?
Yes.
Well, congratulations, you. So I figure I'll demystify the process. And who do you think is going to tie faster? Wow. Brian's like, yeah, her. It's the right answer. It's totally the right answer. But of course, it wouldn't really be a challenge unless they did it with one arm, right? Right? So pick a hand. I would suggest your dominant hand, just so you know. And pick up your shoe. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, she's going with the put the foot in the shoe technique. She only now realized the size 6 was not a joke. It's really small. Oh, assistive device! Assistive device! Oh! Woo! He did it! Woo! Give it up! That was very good! Yeah! Great, you guys, thanks so much. That was wonderful, you guys. Brian is our winner. That's actually, we've done this show a lot. That's the fastest anyone's ever tied that shoe. Usually this goes on for a really long time. People start using their teeth. It's crazy. But now, there's a lot of things. If you ever get bored on a weekday night and you're thinking, what can I do? Try to open a can of tuna with one hand. And don't cheat and use the electric. Use the old-fashioned. But this is what I challenge you to do. Whenever you're bored, think of different things to do and try to do it with one hand. Pat,
Uh-huh.
I have something to tell you.
Okay, great. I'm just reading about this Clint Dempsey transfer.
Yeah, no one really cares about soccer.
What?
I'm pregnant.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I'm in like my 7th month. Where have you been?
I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, you just thought I was letting it go a little, get a little portly?
Well, that's fantastic.
Yes,
The main thing is that's fantastic.
sort of.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to have a little boy and teach him, to play catch, or if it's a little girl, you can teach her to play patty cake.
Patty cake. I used to play patty cake as a kid, except there was a problem. I used to wear a hook. A lot of little girls. Bloody palms. Patty cake? Why? That's so sexist. Why do I have to teach patty cake?
Well, I mean, I'm happy to teach her how to play patty cake if we have a girl. I don't remember how to play it, though. I mean, can you show me?
No.
What?
I would hurt you, and I'd hurt the baby.
What?
I'd hurt you.
That's ridiculous. Come on, let's play patty cake.
Okay.
Okay.
Patty cake.
Ooh.
Yeah, hi, metal.
But, well, it isn't like that's the only thing you can do, okay? If we have a little girl, you can braid her hair.
Oh, braid her hair.
Yeah.
That's going to feel great. Let me just practice on
Absolutely.
you.
It's
Yeah. Oh.
hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It feels good,
A little rough
right?
there.
Just like a scalp massage at the hairdresser.
High-density silicone catches.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, the point is, no matter what, if we have a little boy or a little girl, there's going to be 1,000 fun things to do with him or her.
But you don't understand. I'm freaking out about having this kid. There's a chance this baby could come out like me. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Well, I think you're perfect. And, honestly, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this baby's going to be loved.
Yeah, but that's what matters in here. But when they go out there, not everyone thinks like that. Trust me.
Look. There's this photo from our wedding. I mean, between the two of us, how many nieces and nephews do we have?
23.
23.
I mean, we take the Irish thing seriously.
Yeah. And how many of them think you're a freak or weird or say things about your arm?
None.
And that's how it's going to be with us. 10 fingers or not.
Makes me think back to what my dad said.
What?
When I was born and my mom told him, he said, God put her with the right family.
Exactly.
On this, my last day on this earth.
What? Grandma, don't say that.
No, it's true. Today is the day.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's all right. I've led a good life. I've had good family, friends, and I even came up with the cure for feline leukemia.
Yeah. And you've won more Tony Awards than anybody in history.
27.
Yeah, and more Oscars.
33.
And more Kids' Choice Awards.
58. That was my favorite because I just love to get slimed.
Yeah.
No, but I've had other wonderful experiences in my life. And here that I lay on my death chair, I
Sorry,
only leave this
the economy hasn't been good.
Ain't that the truth? Stocks ain't what they used to be. I just leave this world with one regret.
That I can't imagine anyone who's lived a life like you could have anything to regret.
Oh, yeah, just the one. I never danced in a Bob Fosse musical.
That's impossible. Like, how many times did you play Anybody's in West Side Story?
17.
Yeah.
But that's Jerome Robbins' choreography, not Bob Fosse.
Well, you know, it's the same thing.
What?
What?
It is not the same thing. Jerome Robbins was big athletic movements, you know, big things you could hide, the fact that you didn't have an arm. But that Fosse, that dirty Bob Fosse, he was so particular about every finger, every knuckle, everything had to be a certain place. So I never got hired to do a Bob Fosse musical.
Wait a second. Are you saying you couldn't do a Fosse musical because you couldn't do jazz hands?
Yeah, with me it was always just a jazz hand.
Well, we can be your jazz hands. Yeah, can't we, everybody? When the time is right, we could do jazz hands for Grandma.
Well, that was very nice of you to bring all these people to my deathbed. I feel slightly underdressed. Oh, I'm too old, sweetheart. I can't do it.
Come on. You can do it, Grandma. Come on. Everybody, let's get Grandma up. There you go.
You love. And I wasn't kidding. 7 months pregnant, y'all. Bring it home, baby.
Is it time? Come on. Come on, everybody. Do jazz hands for Grandma. We'll get the baby.
Woo!
All right.
That's our show. Woo! Thank you. Thanks so much. We just want to take a minute. We just want to thank the Kennedy Center and Target for having us here, for supporting disabilities in the arts and making it exposed so that everything is accessible and that people are starting to see everyone's stories, not just the stories that some people think it's okay to see. We have to thank everyone from the Kennedy Center who's been amazing. These lovely ladies here, give it up. They were working it tonight. And I truly can't thank you enough. It's a pleasure to be here. And if you want more information about us, you can check out jazzhand.com. You can check us out on YouTube, Jazz Handers. Weird that it's plural there, right? But, yep, you got anything?
No, that's all.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Woo!